Zen Browser is a new cool browser that could replace Google Chrome, which probably is at the top of the charts of resource consumption on my computer. Oh, yes it is. If I sort by memory, there you go, Google Chrome. I'm not even using it and it's using 2% of my CPU. Ooh, it has tabs on the left, community driven, and it's also based on Firefox. So there's not going to be any Chromium inside. Our sponsors. Oh, there's a light switch. Hold on. What am I doing? Customizable to the last pixel. Ooh. Okay. Download. Oh, it's available for Windows, Linux, and macOS. Yoink. Why is there a black border around my folder? Windows. The installer has a Firefox logo. And boom. Welcome to a calmer internet. I have to say, the animations are already nice. Your key tabs always within reach. Keep your most important tabs easily next. Your workspaces, your colors. Personalize your browser by giving each workspace next. There's a heart emoji. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff here already. Look at that logo. Bullseye. Now I want to play darts. Boink. And it's gone. There are a bunch of tabs on the left that I'm just going to completely ignore and close. This is their Twitter page. Close. Default workspace. Let's just close everything. How do I get rid of this? Close tab. There we go. Definitely not a fan of how crowded it starts. If it started like this, ooh, that's a much cleaner internet. Nevertheless, here's the search bar. Let's try going into Google. Nice and fast. So what if I press Ctrl T to open up a new tab? Oh, it's like Spotlight search on macOS. I very much like this aesthetic. So I'm going to, whoa, did you see how that bar just moved up when I moved my mouse cursor there? Ooh, that's a nice touch. Whoomp, whoomp, whoomp. You know what? First, let's open up a few YouTube tabs. Can I duplicate maybe? Oh, I can. And then oh, I can pick the browser up from here and move it. So I don't even have to go to this top bar to move it. I can just whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. So now that I have all of these YouTube tabs, let's open the task manager and see who's on top of the consumption charts. What a surprise. I'm not even using this browser right now, and it's taking up 2 gigabytes of my random access memory. Can I snap the window like this? Oh, yes, I can. And what if this fills up with a bunch of tabs? Can I do Control D for duplicate? No, that's add bookmark. Settings, duplicate, doesn't exist. Oh, keyboard shortcuts. There's no search bar for keyboard shortcuts. Either way, we can do some manual labor. Now, if I make it smaller and there's a bunch of tabs here, can I still move it? No, but I can move it down here. But if I want to now close it, I have to come here. There's no X and I have to wait for it to appear. Or I could use my auto hotkey script and do Windows W to close it. So everything works out just fine. Ooh, look at this wallpaper, by the way. How clean. Link in the description. Either way, let's start by exploring the settings. Always check if Zen is your no. Enable container tabs. What are container tabs? Multi-account containers is an extension. What is this? Text mouse cursor. We definitely have to change that. Use default. Oh, much better. Developed by Mozilla that allows you to separate your browsing experience into different color-coded tabs. Okay, not interested. Light mode. Oh, just got flashbanged. Essentially everything that I would want to customize in a browser, like my downloads location. Oh, this is a 4-way. Oh, I've never seen the 4-way scroll wheel when I click the middle mouse button. Hello? Extensions. That's right. We're going to need some extensions. Get extensions and themes on addons.mozilla.org. So essentially this browser supports all of the extensions that Firefox supports, which is more than what I need. I especially like this one. You should try it. It hides the homepage on YouTube so you don't get addicted. Now if I open up YouTube, look at this nice and clean homepage. Where do I customize what it does? Oh, the extensions are on the top left. Flashbanged again, switch to dark mode, and see it hides the home feed if you don't want the home feed. Or you can hide playlists or suggested videos on the right. Great extension. Now I must say, if you're watching this, chances are you care about your productivity, which is just being able to do what you want to do in a shorter amount of time. And whether you're a working professional or have your own business, what's very important to being able to unleash that productivity is being organized. I bet you're a bit like me and you love to be organized, but you rarely are. And to help you with that, I want to introduce Akiflow, this video sponsor. They've recently rolled out the rituals feature, which allows you to plan out your day and review it at the end. Down here, you can select daily planning and you'll be able to see your inbox that includes stuff from the different apps you connected to Akiflow. For example, Slack or email. And on the right, you'll be able to create tasks that you want to do for the day. I like to leave some empty space when I plan out my day to account for all the things I didn't expect to happen, but I always try to do at least one non-negotiable hour of working on YouTube videos and either meditating or learning something new. So I usually add those on the right side. Then once the day is over, you can go back and select daily shutdown, where you'll be able to review your day, seeing all the tasks you did and the stuff that you didn't do. This lets you view your entire day from a bird's eye perspective and see the areas where you did great and those that need more of your focus. If you've never seen all of your tasks from a bunch of different apps in one single place that lets you efficiently organize them, then Akiflow can help unlock this for you. Now there's this absolutely killer feature called the command bar. It's like Spotlight search on macOS. I love using it to quickly create and schedule tasks within my calendar. You just put in a time, click enter, and it's there. For example, if I want to create a new task in my Google Calendar, I click Command K to bring up the command bar, put in the vertical slash to let it know that I want to add something into my calendar, name my task, say when, and I can tell it how long I want to do that task by putting an equal sign and then saying how long. I'll do 2 hours. And once I click enter, that task is automatically added into my Google Calendar. Very fancy. And if you're unsure what some of Akiflow's features can do, there's an exclusive one-on-one onboarding call you can take for the Akiflow team to help you get started and help you set up your Akiflow in minutes. If you want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description. Okay, so the general settings were pretty general. Let's move on to look and feel. Single toolbar, multiple toolbars. So now this top bar appeared here, which means I can easily close the browser with my mouse if I want. And so it duplicates everything. If I open YouTube now, it's there at the top and it's here in the sidebar. Interesting. But it only shows what's the current website there at the top, and all the tabs still live on the left. Oh, yes. Middle mouse. Whoop. Hello. And then there's collapse toolbar. Interesting. Let's do the default one for now, but I'm definitely going to explore the other ones later. Vertical tabs. Also, I don't think there are horizontal tabs available on this browser. I can live with that. Move the new tab button to the top. Actually, I like it at the bottom here, below all of my tabs. Ooh, I can also pin tabs, right? Pin? Oh, I can just move a tab up and it automatically pins it. I don't have to right click and choose pin. Okay. Pick a theme color. Let's make it look similar to the background. So something like this. Nothing seems to have changed. Oh, there's so much to explore. So I think workspaces are like separate Chrome profiles if you're using Chrome. So I think they'll have their own separate bookmarks, history, and everything else. Enable web side panels. What's a side panel? Can I move a tab to the side? Move tab, new window. Open in new container tab. So wait, workspaces and containers or something else. So if I open this with banking, oh, those are the containers I read about before. Okay, never mind. Glance. Get a quick overview of your links without opening them in a new tab. Trigger method, alt click. So if I alt click on keyboard shortcuts, yoink. Oh, never mind. That wasn't a link. If I alt click on YouTube Shorts, that's a glance. It opened something here on top and then I can close it if I want. And if I don't want, I can click this and it will open as a new tab. So just previewing the website that you're about to open by opening it. Okay, interesting. Not sure if I would ever use this. Zen URL bar. Behavior, floating only when typing, normal, always floating. What's normal? Oh, so it opens there, or always floating opens here. I like the floating one. Split view. Oh, I thought side web panels was split view. Split your browser into multiple views, enabling you to browse multiple websites at once. Oh, did you see how I slid it there? So how do I enable this split view? What's here? Sync and save data. I can sign in to save everything, like my bookmarks. So how do I do split view? Do I hover multiple tabs onto each other? No. Do I move the tab there? No. Move tab, move to start. What's start? Oh, that's the start. So how do I do the split view? I want to know. Oh, I'm using a browser, so I can just Google Zen Browser split view. I'm not a robot. Or am I? How does the new split view work? All I could think of was a video demonstration. This new Google Drive player is complete garbage. Look at this. Okay, select. Oh, he just split it somehow. Select both tabs and move them. Whoomp. No, that just moved everything. Wait, is there a keyboard shortcut? Split view. Okay, the search could definitely... Oh, toggle split view horizontal. Alt Control H. So if I select Alt Control H. Oh, actually I wanted vertical. Alt Control V probably. Yes. And look at that switching animation. Beep, 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 beep. Now how do I untoggle it? Close split view. Alt Control U. What happens if I press it now? Alt Control U and then go back into here. No, it's still toggled. Ooh, let's test out the preview feature here. Alt click. So it just opens the website, but without opening a new tab. What happens to my performance when I do that? And Google Chrome is still on top. I haven't used it for half an hour. And I've been abusing the Zen browser and it's still using 1 gigabyte of RAM instead of 2 that Chrome uses while being completely idle. So what happens if I spam these views? Nothing much, to be honest. There was a spike in CPU usage. Now, one thing I've realized I want is for me to be able to see this blank page even if I have more tabs open. But now it takes me to the tab that I have open, and if I want to open a blank page, it just gives me this search bar. Also, I want to customize it to remove everything from here. Oh, show search suggestions, show recent searches. I need this if I want to record with this browser, or my search history might reveal interesting things, like my DMs with your mom. When using the address bar suggest nothing, I can set up quick shortcuts to switch the search engine. So if I do Control T, new tab, why did that not work? Why is new tab not opening? So if I do @D now, it searches with DuckDuckGo. Why does the thing in the middle not open anymore? It just highlights that search bar. So I must have changed something. Zen bar URL always floating, but it's no longer floating. I can't open it. Floating when typing? Okay, now it's floating. Oh, as soon as I start typing, it starts floating here. Interesting behavior. Toggle compact mode. Control Alt C. Ooh, that just removed all of the tabs. Look at how clean this is, and I can hover over here to get back to my tabs. Or of course, I think I can switch between tabs. Yes, I can, with Control Tab or Control Shift Tab to go backwards. Toggle floating sidebar. Control Alt S. Oh, so in compact mode, I can have this floating forever, or I can make it that I have to hover over there. Okay. Toggle floating toolbar. Boing. What's the toolbar? Is it there? Not sure what's the floating toolbar. Backward workspace, Alt Control Q, and forward workspace, Alt Control E. So Q and E switch workspaces. These are some decent default keyboard shortcuts. By the way, this keyboard shortcut, restore last closed tab, Control Shift T, was life-changing when I first learned about it. If you accidentally close something, Control Shift T, and it reopens. And you can reopen multiple things that you have closed before. Just a wonderful keyboard shortcut. Copy current URL as markdown. This could be useful for Obsidian. Control Shift Alt C, and then if I open a notepad, I can just paste it as markdown. Ooh, and this is markdown formatting essentially. That's very nice. Copy current URL, Shift Control C, and it just copies it to my clipboard. Ooh, I am liking this browser. Toggle sidebar width. What is that? Alt B. Oh, it just shrinks the sidebar in case I want to do that. And I may want to do that. Toggle web panel, Alt P. What's a web panel? They're a smart way to keep your favorite websites at your fingertips. Okay, so if I click on YouTube, it opens in a web panel. And if I do Alt P again, it disappears. So it's like for to-do list apps or for translate. If I'm just browsing randomly and I want to translate something, Alt P, oh, okay, it no longer saved it, but I can click here and it opens. But how is this different from bookmarks? Display this web panel in mobile mode, and this is initial URL. So what if I do translate.google.com and okay, now if I'm just browsing around, I click Alt P, does Google Translate open? It says Google Translate there, but nothing's open. What's this? Nothing. Interesting. I'm not sure why would this be useful, or this could be a bug. I would want it to immediately open the last website that I had here, so I don't have to click these buttons at the bottom. Otherwise, I can just do translate.google.com and go there faster, probably. Zen mods. Find and install mods from the store. Visit store. Ooh, here we go. I like this font, by the way, that they're using. Can I figure out what it is? Unicode serif. Is this the font name? Let's quickly investigate. Yes, it is. Download. I'm definitely yoinking this font. We're gonna need it for the thumbnail anyway. Maybe I'll even use it to make a cool animation for the Zen browser. Oh, by the way, here are downloads. I can just open the download location and then all of these install. Beautiful. And I just remembered that I wanted to be able to open a blank new tab. So, oh, this is printing. It's definitely going to take some time for me to get used to keyboard shortcuts, especially Control T for the search, because it doesn't immediately open the bar here. Only once I start typing, it transfers this text here. So when I press Control T and the bar doesn't open, somehow it opened now, but now it doesn't open, that tells to my brain nothing happened. Please try another keyboard shortcut. Firefox, open blank tab. Hold down Control and press T at the same time. Well, no, that just opens this. Okay, let's do Zen browser, open blank tab. Okay, wait a minute. This is not it. If I open Google Chrome, I can type in Chrome:/blank and it opens a blank page. Or does it? It doesn't. I'm sure it's possible though. Oh, I hate this. When I start typing in here and then it jumps to this bar here instead of just opening this bar without... This is weird. Control T should automatically open the search bar instead of teleporting my cursor over there. And then when I click something, it then teleports here. Why? Yeah, behavior always floating. And it's not floating when I'm not typing. Open blank page in Chrome. Oh, it's about:blank. I knew it was possible. About blank. Oh, got flashbanged again. And there it is, a blank page. It's supposed to be dark mode, I think. So how do I do this in Firefox? I would really hate to not be able to do this, because when I have a bunch of tabs open, I don't want to switch to any one of those tabs. I want to start off on a blank page so that when I open my browser, I can choose where I want to go and my attention is not immediately directed into the YouTube homepage, for instance. I know, that's weird. I could just close YouTube. Okay, what if I do about blank here? Maybe it works? Yes. Okay, and now I want to pin this tab. And so if I now have a bunch of YouTubes open, I can just go to my new tab page and relax, even though I have a bunch of other tabs open. Very nice. Oh, I didn't realize you can extend this. Of course you can. Either way, let's come back to Zen mods. Zen context menu. Declutter your right-click menu. Hide options you don't need. Ooh, theme to hide the plugin button from the toolbar. Wait, what's the keyboard shortcut for the toolbar? Oh, it's here, I think. Multiple toolbars. Hide Windows buttons. But that's the thing. I want to show those buttons, but in this mode, the single toolbar mode. There's a good reason for that, and it's because I like to close my browser very fast. So say you're doing some normal, regular, everyday browsing, and somebody suddenly opens the door in your room. You just go, oh, it worked. And all they see is you working on your homework or looking at your wallpaper. I didn't expect that to work when the button isn't showing, but in Firefox, you can just boom. Yep, lightning fast. It seems like you can do it with the Zen browser as well. Boom. Oh, didn't work this time. I'm just browsing. Boom! Oh, you need to hold the mouse there for just a slight bit longer. What if I do it faster though? Didn't work. Okay, I'm going to need a slow motion replay to see if my mouse was actually there. So if you're very fast at this thing, it doesn't work. That could be a deal breaker for some people. Boom, because you need to wait just a millisecond longer for that to work. Super pins. This Zen mod enhances pinned tabs. Oh, by the way, I saw a bunch of tabs there at the top before. How do I get them back there? Because here there are a bunch of tabs over there. Workspace. I hate that when you hover over an icon, it doesn't tell you what it does. I just have to guess what this headphone with an arrow icon does. Boom. It adds 6 dots. So if I add another workspace, oi. Oh, and down here, I can switch between them. Okay, but I want to pin tabs over there. Add to essentials. Oh, those are essentials. So what's the difference between pinned tabs and essentials? Maybe essentials open every time I open my browser. If I go into settings, general, and uncheck open previous windows and tabs when the browser starts, let's see what happens. I close it, reopen it. Oh, I forgot to put something there. YouTube. Let's add this to our essentials. Oh, look at that glowing thing around it. Let's close it and open again. Oh, yes, it stays there. But the pinned tab is also here. So maybe these are pinned tabs and those are pinned tabs. More pinned than these ones. Interesting. I don't really want to have my workspace here taking up space when I can see the workspaces at the bottom. So can I somehow disable this? Workspace. Display workspaces as an icon strip. Oh, this just changes. No, definitely icons. Oh, now there's more space between them. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I can hide this here. It's just a workspace switch button that's unhideable unless there's a Zen mod for this. Workspace? Never mind. It's so cool that there's a bunch of mods for this browser. Wait, but this person, there's no workspace thing there. Look, this for me is here and this screenshot doesn't have it. So there's a way to remove it. Oh, I'm so used to grabbing my browser by the top bar and here I have to wait a little bit to do it. This is going to take some getting used to. So what if I remove one of the workspaces, delete workspace? Does that disappear? No. Hide workspace icon, Zen browser. In about config, search Zen workspaces, show workspace indicator and set it to false. Oh, it's possible. And if I set this to false, it disappeared. Oh, well, now I can't create a new workspace. If I actually create one, it's going to appear down here. And when I hide it, oh, yes, there are my workspaces at the bottom and that bar is no longer taking up space over there. Absolutely beautiful. This browser does seem pretty nice. nice. I will have to use it for a while until I discover all of its quirks and features, but so far, if you're someone who wants to experiment with vertical tabs, by the way, it's uncomfortable for the first few days, but once you get used to it, it's amazing. You can fit a bunch more stuff here, and there's more space, vertical space, on every website because there's no toolbar up there, and most websites need more vertical space, not horizontal space. There are some things I don't like when I press Ctrl-T, it teleports my cursor there, but if I type just one letter, it teleports it here in the search bar. Not the best. Although I like these nice animations here, I would want this top bar to open immediately. As soon as my mouse cursor is right here, it should just zoom, open immediately, just like the taskbar. Learned how to do that recently. Or for somebody to make a mod that would have the X button over there, just a little cutout, so I can quickly and close the browser. So if you don't mind that this browser isn't Chromium based, I don't see why it wouldn't be a great alternative to Google Chrome. Oh, and there's one more thing I totally forgot to mention. Psych.